Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving mad and blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, mad in time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Washington Redskins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Haskins looking to throw on first down. It got his man complete. 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. And a peek now at the offense for Tampa Bay.
And I think we'll see a renewed sense of urgency out of this team this week because they have to make sure they don't waste this homestand. They had a home game last week, lost it. Now they've got the second straight. They've got to take advantage of it, get a win before they head out on the road.
From the 36, Winston looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Let's go. Ready.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
54. Check pass.
From the gun, Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Off to Geis on the screen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And a quick look at Washington's offense.
And we expected to have already talked about this unit. We didn't get a chance to hit on them on the opening drive because they scored so quickly. But that's the kind of unit this is. A quick strike offense. I expect to see them taking their shots all game long. And if that's the case, we'll find ways to talk about this group.
Open man is Quinn. He completes it.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
We go even. Check, crunch.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Jameis to throw it. And he slings one that's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check. Lucky. Check 99. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 54. Mike, let's go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. And that's the first connection, the #1 overall pick in 2015, finding the #7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Winston now finding Godwin, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Ready. Blue lady. All day. Even. Check. Let's go.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They go play action with Haskins. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now it's Haskins. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A look at the numbers from a week ago for Reed. 7 catches, 69 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Haskins. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Get the ball.
On 3rd down, Winston. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Just like that.
Now Winston. And he finds Howard complete. Oh, Foster staying down after that last play. Let's hope he's okay. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Winston. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Winston. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On first down, this is Geis. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Got a man. That's Quinn. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Quinn. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And an alley to run. And fighting down. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A first down throw for Winston. That's caught by Howard. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Redskins scoop it. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. We got it. We got it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Ready? Black, 52, 54, Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Hey, let's get a conversion. Switch.
Now a first down carry by Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Watch out. Check.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Buccaneers will take over at the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Now here's a first down throw that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Jameis to throw it. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Winston now to throw on first down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Hey, ready. Blue lady. Watching you five. Night, night, sweetheart.
On first and 10, Winston. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go.
Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch the twitch.
And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter. Here we go. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He's got Evans. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. You don't want it.
Winston from the gun on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They start on the ground with Geis, trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. On second down, Love. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Let's go, D.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they decline it as that will bring up 4.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
This is taken around the 12. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. Again, it's Jones. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
56. Mike's 56. Easy. Check pass. Check pass. Check 50. Check 50. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
On third down, here's Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Winston throwing complete to Mike Evans. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. And another Winston to Evans connection. Mike Evans, he didn't play football till his senior year of high school. He was such a good basketball player down in Galveston, Texas. But I think he's happy he picked football up.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. I would have loved to have been around those conversations. The head basketball coach, the head football coach. Since it was high school, maybe it was the same guy. You never know. And saying, I need this guy out on the field. But it's worked quite well for him. And Jameis Winston's so happy to have him on his squad.
And they've got the lead in this one because of those two. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Logan, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On play action, Winston rolling to his right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Check three, check. Come on. Sunday. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Play action now. Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah. Exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
They'll run with Geis. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. They go play action with Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And Geis is going to be stopped short, as he did not get the push he needed. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
12 yards on the return that time, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. Caught. It's Wilson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd down, Winston. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. First down, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Jameis now on first down. And this is caught by Evans. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. To the air again with Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 2nd down, it's Logan. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Working out of the gun, Winston. He completes it to Evans. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 18. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
This drive's taking more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's it. Exactly what he did.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins got a man. That's Quinn. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Haskins gets this to Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. Haskins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Haskins on first down. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
45's the mic, 45's the mic. Oh, here we go.
On second down now, it's Love. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot a bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the carry, it's Logan, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. They run again with Logan. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
White 25. Got to do better. White. Kill.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
That's it, baby.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll go again to Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. Winston to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. Past the 20. 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it is good. So they take the lead, and now the pressure falls on their defense to try and hold on. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
So now Winston and the Bucs down 24-23, just over 1:40 to play. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on 1st down. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to throw. This is Miller, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Let's go.
The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Keep doing it. Touchdown, baby.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just put it through the goalpost and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you, but I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.
Instead of playing conservative, they go through the air, and what a stunning turn of events. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. And time, a huge factor. They need a touchdown and, of course, the two-point conversion as well. Back to it after the pick 6. Winston completes it to Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
30, ready, blue ready.
Winston. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He finds his target. It's Evans. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
You better be afraid of me.
Now Winston. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Redskins, it'll be a much happier locker room here as they get that first win after 5 straight losses to start the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I didn't know my everybody drop when I drop. New York City time, another brother better, you will never